MAT1033 Final Exam Review Question 64. We are to rationalize the denominator. We've got 4 over 1 minus square root of 3. And in order to rationalize the denominator, we would need to multiply top and bottom by the conjugate of the denominator, which is 1 plus square root of 3. And what that does for us is it gets rid of the radical in the denominator. So on the bottom we're going to FOIL. If we FOIL, we end up with 1 plus square root of 3 minus square root of 3 minus the square root of 9, and that's 1 minus the square root of 9 and 1 minus 3, which is negative 2. And in the numerator we would distribute the 4 and end up with 4 plus 4 square root of 3 over negative 2. Now some of you are going to want to cancel the 2 out of the 4, but you can't do that. You've got to factor the numerator, and if you can come up with a common factor that would cancel with the 2, then that's fine, and they do have a 2. And I'm going to go ahead and take the negative with the 2 so that I can cancel the negative on the bottom in addition to the 2. So if I factor 2 out of the top, remember we can only cancel factors, so you've got to factor it. If I factor the 2 out of the top, I end up with negative 2. Remember I took the negative with it, minus 2 square root of 3. Now I can cancel the negative 2 with the negative 2 and end up with negative 2 minus 2 square root of 3. Rationalize the denominator, simplest form of the answer. MAT1033 Final Exam Review Question 65. We are to rationalize the denominator. We have 10 minus the square root of 3 over 10 plus the square root of 3. Multiplying top and bottom by the conjugate of the denominator, that's 10 minus square root of 3. Just happens to match the top, doesn't it? But remember, it's the bottom that we want to use the conjugate of. And then when we FOIL on the bottom, we end up with 100. The middle terms will cancel, and then minus the square root of 9, which is 100, minus 3, which is 97. And on the top, we're going to have to FOIL here, 100. Now, the middles will not cancel because they are the same sign, not opposite signs. So we're going to have to keep them. Minus 10 square root of 3, minus 10 square root of 3, plus the square root of 9. So on the top we've got 100 minus 20 square root of 3 plus 3, which is 103, minus 20 square root of 3, and the denominator is 97. Common factors top and bottom. Doesn't appear that there will be any, so 103 minus 20 square root of 3 over 97 is the simplest form.